I think it's very honourable, from my perspective, that a lot of people, you know, they said peacefully, yes, we'll cooperate. Yes, we will do our best to see this through. And everybody here on this site who made like a lot of sacrifices, a lot of financial sacrifices, time, you know, their livelihoods, were honourable.
Yes.
And they kept their side of the bargain.
That one. But there's people who've arrived who have, you know, who don't look like festival goers, who have got through the police court one way or another, who have just come to say that they are just so sorry about what's happened. They love this event. They love bringing their families here. They love meeting.
It's a great loss, without a doubt. It's a great loss.
It is
to everybody who has been here and been involved in it for 15 years, and people who have not yet.
No.
Without a doubt, and I hate to. I think that there is a future with this festival. I find it very hard.
The future without it seems, without it is.
I think that's my heart goes out like in so many ways because you know, it's almost a collapse of people's, you know,
hopes, dreams, visions, their love, their energy, everything that.
And good people, good people. We're not talking about people.
I didn't believe that I didn't want to believe that we lived in a place where that could happen. And I think that they have abused, there's been an abuse of power. I think that there has been a betrayal of the local community. I think that they have forgotten their duty of care to people, to all of the disabled people who are on the way, to all the people who've been travelling here by other means, slowly and gently over the wire.
Ireland is the massive distance to travel,
but a duty of care to those people, and you know, rather than us having to do what they then said we should, which was advise people not to come, they carefully assisted the wording of any statements that were given as well. You know, they stated that. I heard them say that. And so when I saw a policeman at the gate, and it's pouring down in rain.
Yeah, that was yesterday.
And he's saying, you know, you're not allowed to let anybody else in. And I said, look, we have a duty of care to people who have bought tickets, paid money, have needs. We have got facilities to look after them. They might need a cup of tea, the toilet, they might need to, whatever they need, we have the facilities and we have a duty of care, and you do also. He said, we're not letting anybody near the site. The roads are closed. And I said, well, people with disabilities and people who have needs, we have the facilities and we are not.
I find it personally very threatening to know that there's only one exit.
Yeah.
I think that's intimidation.
Yes.
I think that's just unacceptable.
Yeah.
In many ways, through safety.
Yes.
Which was their main issue.
Yes.
You know, because access.
Yes.
You know, people might not be able to get away.
Yeah.
For whatever reason. You know, and I just think on that level, well, it's a total, like, they're hypocrites in one way to say that they stop it over a safety issue. Yet, as soon as the license is handed over, they had this tactic.
Yeah.
They may have had their reasons for it. Because
I think they very carefully worded it. I've never been involved in any situation like that before. I was just
tactical.
Yeah, I was just
tactical.
You know, unfortunately,
fortress. Yeah. I mean, that alone, like it's.
And I thought they weren't even. And why is that kind of common knowledge that you're not supposed to use words like that for, you know, tactical police operations? And it's just that.
But the thing about it is using such a forceful word. It's a fortress. It's a thing that's impenetrable.
Yeah.
You know, there was no danger of anyone kicking off anything because they're the head directors. You know, peacefully handed over back the license and said, yes, we'll cooperate as best as we can.
Yes, and
have.
Yes.
And yet, but these guys make this fortress.
Yes.
Trapping us in, effectively. That made me feel tremendously claustrophobic. And I was quite concerned for many reasons.
Normally we would.
I'm not from here, so I don't know what's going to happen, do I? Because I don't know how the law works in this country.
Don't worry, because we haven't done anything wrong.
Oh, I know.
We're not doing anything wrong. We haven't done anything wrong.
No, everyone's been very
But we have a duty of care to the farmer who let us use the land.
And you have been very honourable with that.
Yeah, and it's ironic that it's the big green, and he's the only person who's got a beautiful wetland system in there to deal with all of the human waste that is, so that it goes in one end as dirty water, comes out as pure drinking water. It's massive, and so many people are going to learn about that planting things is the only way to restore oxygen to the atmosphere. There's so much information that we need to share and learn, and
absolutely
all that kind of thing.
Another issue which I found, I kind of find it hard to it grits me a little bit is the whole thing, the issue that your government at the moment are pressing for renewable energies, and yet here we have a festival that makes people very, very aware. Me, I mean, I was kind of blind to an awful lot about it until I came to my first festival here back in 2006, I think it was. I was like, wow. Wow!
Yeah.
It's fantastic. Yeah, that's brilliant. I can't wait to go home and tell everybody. And
it's
you know, I turned some people on to it back home, and there's an Irish gathering that I don't know what's happening this year now.
It's hugely contradictory that we should not be able to teach
I think
each
it's
other how
mad
to be
that there
more
was no support.
self-sufficient.
Yeah, there was no support from your government towards a festival that makes people more aware on this issue that's pressing all over the world.
I mean, you must feel that the government has, or you know, I mean, the council, whose interests are they acting in? If not the local communities, then
well, don't the local
and the police, whose interests are they acting in? They're supposed to be here to support us and to make it possible. I don't know when anyone decided that they had the right to do that. But you know, they don't have the grounds. They can say that they have the grounds and the minutes of the meetings, and you know, and you can take it any way that you like. But the way that I think that it's been done, it doesn't support any of the interests of anybody who's had anything to do with it.
Well, I feel there was a very unfair and unbalanced way of the way it was done, because really it's all about assisting one another, isn't it not? Isn't that what the police are about, assisting the public?
I always
assisting,
thought so.
It's that's what they're employed to do.
Yes.
In the safety of that's what they're. That's
and
what
if
the
I need them, I will
money.
call them.
Exactly.
If I need them, I'll call them. But in the meantime, I'm just here with my friends in a field.
We're fully licensed.
Yeah, we were.
A fully licensed festival up until that point where that piece of paper had to be handed back because people were told that they were going to go to court. I could have faced even more financial difficulty and some time in jail. And no one knows that really, honestly. I can't believe it. My heart is broken.
And I'm so sorry for all the people who should have been having a lovely, beautiful time here.
Yeah, I can. I am lost for words. I just find it hard to understand that a lot of people were led to believe, being that the license was there, to come here, spend their money, put their investment in, and now they will not be able to get that back because the tickets now, obviously, people are going to be refunded.
Yeah, the police
Where is that going to come from? And
the police were aware, though, because this is a corporate structure, because that is what was
but
required. But
may it not be just the police? We know that the police are enforcing the instruction from somebody.
The council were aware.
So it's the council, it's the police that are enforcing.
And they must have been given the authority to take this action.
Well, obviously, yeah. So it's the police are just doing the job. In the end,
is that logical? Yeah, they must have, but I didn't say they could, and you didn't say they could. So somebody must have said that they could do that. And
they need permission from somebody to do that. So, in the end,
I think they acted beyond their powers. It's called ultra vires. They're acting beyond their powers. You didn't say that. I didn't. I don't see anything in writing, and there was no chief constable there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
I've never seen or met the man, and I'm sure that if he had been there, he would have said, actually, what we need to do is just scale down the event a little, ticket only. You know, because we're a bit worried about this, and this, and the weather's not been good, and we're just, that.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, there should have been some sort of cooperation.
Yes. To
assist.
Yes. And support the event, which has been no trouble to
the general public were coming here.
Yes, they have less trouble here than they do anywhere else.
I know that. I know that because I was here. Yeah. And that's one thing. I brought my child this time because I knew it was perfectly safe. Yeah. I knew there was going to be a hospital here. Yeah. The toilets are very, very well looked after.
Yes.
You know, you have all of the food facilities. Yes. Entertainment.
Yes.
It's just it's so
each other.
Yeah, and each other. And I met so many wonderful, lovely people.
Yeah.
And that brings my spirit up. And I mean, it's depressing going through life and not knowing your neighbours and not meeting good people and lovely people. Yeah. And when you come to a place like this, you meet like-minded people.